Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Map Making with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome, and welcome back to Duvo, my second map build. It's just a provisional name. We'll be changing the name before release. Now, we're getting on with this map. It's starting to come together. We've got little areas like this. I did this in the last episode. You might want to check the link for that one. Yeah, it's a henge and it is east facing. See, I try and do things right. I do try. Sometimes I fail. Today isn't about the henge though. Today is about these little bits of bush. These bushes here. Just going to put a few more down. We're going to be spamming these bushes bad, big time. The only thing with these bushes, I think I've got too much of a cluster on the go there. Hang on, let me come back here and delete a few. I don't want it too heavy. That's not too bad. Let me just move them out a little bit. Spread them out like so. That's much better. Much better. Right, today's going to be mostly about spamming these little bushes. Yes. Adding a second layer of foliage to the forests. So it adds a little bit of, just a little bit more definition, and of course a different level of height. We'll be coming back at some point in the future and putting down a third type of foliage at least, just to add a little bit more colour variation and height variation to these woods. But yeah, that's the news. Now, I do have some news for next week, and you may need to sit down. Are you sitting down? Okay. Now this week we have had not one, not two, but 5 episodes of map making. Next week there is a very strong possibility that there might not be many or any. I don't know. I don't really, honestly, genuinely don't know. A lot depends on how things come together with a different project that I've got to start working on. What is this project, BonBon? I hear you muttering to yourself. That's going to take you away from making the map. That is your number one priority. It is my number one priority. It is. If you remember last year, I put together the Halloween special, and it came together really, really nicely indeed. There's one or two things that I'd like to improve on it, but hey, there's limits to this one-man band that is BonBon. Now I've got an idea for a Halloween special for this year. Now last year's one, I think I'm working from memory here. I think it was about 12 hours work. For what was I think it was about a 12-minute video. That's a lot of work. A lot of work indeed. So yeah, this year's one, I have no idea how long it's going to take. I've got an idea for the concept. I don't think the video will be as long as last year's epic. 12 minutes was 12 minutes just flew by, I know. But this year I haven't got I know, such a deep story to this year's one. This year I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so I'm not going to say too much. But yeah, whereas last year's one was always intended to be like an asset review special, featuring on some of the assets that were Halloween-y type based things. This year, it's more of a Halloween themed Cities Skylines video. Not so much taking a look at all these custom spooky assets, but having a spooky feel video based in the Cities Skylines universe. So that's the plan. I've got some ideas for it. I do need to do quite a lot of work to make it come together, and of course get it released before the end of the month. As I speak to you, that gives me under 2 weeks, which kind of means I've got to do it next week because it's got to be released in time for Halloween. So I've got to basically do the work next week. Now, What's Map obviously takes the biggest chunk of my time. Map making, like I say, I'm doing about half an hour of map making at a time, and but by the time I've voiced it over and edited it, we're talking maybe an hour to an hour and a quarter of my time just for each particular show. Just think how much more I could do if I didn't record and edit and voiceover and just got on with the map. Yeah, I probably would have done twice as much by now, but that's not the point, because I have so much fun talking to you guys about it as we go. And of course, you wouldn't benefit from seeing me spamming lots of bushes down, would you now? Would you? Hey, how would your life be more complete if all I did was build a map and release it to you, and you just ignore it on the workshop? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, yes, so that's the plan for next week. Is at the moment I'm going to be doing 5 map builds. Yeah, but if I find on any given day that I need to be doing work on Halloween, then there won't be a map making made that day. And there's a very good chance that there won't be any. There's also a decent chance that there might be some, but I can't tell you what days they'll be, because obviously if I've got the the old pencil between the teeth and biting down hard on making a Halloween video, it's one of the I couldn't tell you. I need a production team. I need a production team behind me. That would be great. Oh, that would be so lovely. Maybe one day. I mean, if Rhett and Link can do it. You heard of them? Oh yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah, if Rhett and Link have got a production team, surely I'm allowed a production team. I guess the big difference is the number of millions of subscribers that they've got compared to the number of thousands that I have. Darn it. I'm allowed to be jealous. I'm allowed a little bit of jealousy in my life. So yes, I'm now just doing a quick flyby, see if there's any areas that I've missed, and there were, and even at the end of this, off camera, I had to go back and there was a couple of patches that I've missed, so don't fret, I had actually spotted this. There's a little bit of work we need to do on the castle as well. There's a minor problem on the castle that needs fixing that one or two of you may have spotted, so I won't go into that now. We'll just go back and fix it later on, and hopefully all be good. We've got a few missing down here as well. Did you see that? Right where we started. There we go. And then, of course, we'll have a look at the islands as well. We're going to fill in a few patches. Now, we've done the outside of the forests. Also, we've got some on the Crescent Moon Island as well. Just to touch that up a little bit as well. We will come back at some point and do a little bit more detailing on the henge. Foliage detailing, that is. Will include moving a tree. One of the reasons, well, the reason why the tree needs to be moved is for that perfect screenshot. You know that one where you go, oh, that'd be so good, but if only that tree wasn't in the way. Because the henge faces east, and if you look through the thing like a periscope, like a telescope. Yeah, you're looking through all the uprights towards the east when the sun rises, and there's a bleeding tree blocking the view of the sun. So we're going to move said bleeding tree. It's got to be shifted, and it's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. And I'm going to say put down a bit of foliage around that as well, just to bring it a little bit to life. We've got got to do some forestry work on the mainland. Not too much, because I don't want my tree count to go through the roof on an area that's going to be out in the fog. So I might do that as possibly fields, a little bit of forest and a little bit of fields out there as well, maybe, just to cut down on the tree count a little bit. And we've got this little patch of trees up here. Did these really early on in the build, actually, these trees, and I wasn't massively sold on them when I did them, but it looks way better than there being no trees up here, so it had to be done. It starts to look a little bit better now. We put a little bit of variance up here with the bushes as well. Right, okay, so I've still got another 5 minutes to fill, and I've told you everything that I wanted to tell you. It's oh, hello trees and trees and bushes. It's looking much better. Looking around here just for patches that I may have missed, and just check them. The random tree rotation mod's really good as well for just taking the repetitiveness out. We've going to grab that, and we're going to do a little bit of on the islands now. On the island hopping. There we are. Much better. Right, yes. So, crikey. Is there anything else I should talk to you about? End of the year. End of the year now. There's one. End of the year. Last year we did the best of 2018, where I picked out my favourite 6 maps from the year, and I'm going to do the same again this year. But I think it'd be quite nice if we could maybe do your favourite 6 maps of the year as well. Not sure how I'm going to do that, because obviously we have now got the viewers poll, and we could do the best 6 maps of the last 4 months, I guess, since the poll became active. But it just seems a shame that the maps earlier in the year wouldn't be involved in that. So I don't know what to do about that. So your ideas in the comments would be greatly received, of course, because feedback is the thing that drives the show. You know, I do try to listen to what you've got to say. Sometimes I ignore it, and sometimes it's just not possible. You know, when you say, "Have you tried this? Could you do a let's play on that?" And I think yes, I could if there were 4 of me. How I managed to get 2 shows out on a daily basis, I do not know. I really don't know. But I will continue. I will persevere, and I will continue. I have to, because it's just old me. Right, a few bushes around here. I got this is like the feature area, and I've got a feeling I've got too many bushes down there now. We also don't want them on that hill either. I need that hill free. That's probably going to be changed. Probably going to be changed. Right, so we are getting towards the end. I'm going to do a little bit of thinning now with the old bulldoze tool, because there are too many bushes in certain locations. So I'm just going to go over with a little flyer. I'm going to accidentally knock out a few bits as well that I didn't want to knock out, but hey, that's fine. We can always replace them and go back. When I do the close-up detail view later on, and yeah, this is just spamming. This is just filling the area with greenery, roughly in the areas that I want. Trying not to take out any of the marsh weeds there, but yeah, just thinning it out a little bit so that it brings the tree count down maybe 1,000 or 2, which will give me more to play with on the mainland, of course. Right, have I got anything else to tell? I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. I've still got a couple of minutes or 1 minute of time to fill before the end of the show, and I've run out of things to talk about. So maybe I should talk about going to bed. There you go. It's silly o'clock in the morning here, and once I finish recording this, I'll be going to bed. Yeah, put my head down. See if I can get 4 hours of nap before I get up and do another day's work, because don't want to get grumpy for my baying public, the ones that come and see me. Oh no. Okay, I think we're done. That's going to have to do for today. Can't promise when the next one's going to be, but hopefully Monday. Hopefully, if I get the time, I will. I promise you, I will keep going. If I have the moments, I will get more out. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'll no doubt see you tomorrow for a little bit of the usual stuff. See you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye now.